Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Late Night with Uncle Fran. The time is 4 p.m. Eastern, and look at that. I added a little piece of decor to the desk today. It's a candle of my past friend, Mr. Rogers. I'll go ahead and light that while I tell you a little tale about him. Mr. Rogers, many people think I got inspiration for this show from him, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The guy was a total scumbag, and I really did not respect what he did. I met Mr. Rogers one time. It was at a whorehouse in South Sudan, and he came out of a dark room with a towel wrapped around his waist and a little ladyboy following after him. But I am not here to judge a man's habits. It's what he said to me that really bothered me. He said, "Oh, hello, you must be Uncle Fran. I've heard so much about your efforts in Vietnam." And I said, "Oh, you must be Mr. Rogers. Tell me something. You say it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. What neighborhood are you talking about? Are you talking about the gentrified suburb you live in? Or are you talking about the neighborhood in Iran that was bombed for simply existing?" He looked at me blankly. He said, "I don't know really how to respond to those words." And I said, "Of course you don't. You wear a full sweater. Sweater vest is the way to go, you simple-minded man." And then I walked away from him, and that was the only interaction we had. And he died some time after that, which is why I lit this vigil for him. I was just thinking about him recently, and now this candle will be here to serve as a reminder that he is not here anymore to spread his horrible ideas. Well, it's enough rambling from me. I say we get right into your letters. Here's Dear Uncle Fran. Alrighty. Speaking of Mr. Rogers' sweet vigil, this week's theme is death. Our first letter this week comes from Mallory, age 79, from the great state of Georgia. She writes, "Dear Uncle Fran, my husband of 52 years has recently passed away. I know you yourself are a widower. Do you have any advice for processing grief? Signed, Mallory." Well, hello, sweet little Mallory. I am so sorry for the loss of your beloved husband. I am sure you two lived a very happy life together, and you're feeling his absence quite heavily. Well, have no fear, Mallory. Oftentimes, in cases like yours, the wife is sure to follow soon after the husband has left her, because she feels no purpose in her life. What are you doing but sitting alone, just waiting for the days to go on, and then finally you will feel the sweet release of death. But if you do feel like spicing up your life a little bit, putting some enjoyment back in, as you said yourself, I am a single man, and I'd love to show you a good time. My hips may be brittle, but in the short time we have with them, they'll show you how a real man should treat you. Sweet little Mallory. Hit my line, babe. Good luck and God bless. Alrighty. Moving on to our next letter, we have Bob, age 43, from the sunny state of Arizona. He writes, "Dear Uncle Fran, my aunt's funeral is this week, and I don't deal with funerals well. Who does, Bob? How can I get through this? Signed, Bob." Well, hello, little Bob. Yes, I agree. I don't like funerals either. They feel like weird, dark family reunions, and they're not enjoyable for many people. What you can do, Bob, is make light of the funeral. Try and tell a joke or two to cut through the tension. You will be hailed as a hero if you can make everyone laugh during this dark time. Feel free to use this one, actually. I came up with it myself, and it may do the trick for you. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's CPS again. They're here to take Fran away from Mama and Papa. What? This is the third time this week. Tell that little boy to go hide under the covers. We don't have him here. What? What are you talking about, honey? We have to give them over. It's part of the law. You stupid bag of bones. Get out of my sight. You disappointed me with that child once already. Now you're going to tell me I have to hand him over? Get me a beer while you're at it, you hag. What a classic joke. Good luck to you, my son. God bless. Alrighty. Our last letter of the evening comes from Mary, age 9, of Louisville. She writes, "Dear Uncle Fran, do you fear the cold release of death as much as I do?" Signed, Mary. Oh, hello, sweet little Mary, age 9. Why, yes, I used to fear death a great deal, but To be honest with you, I can't wait for that sweet release these days. I have experienced so much pain and loss in my life, especially in Nam. My days there really numbed me to a lot of what I went through in my later adult life. Such dark tragedies. My daughter not speaking to me, my wife abandoning me for the sweet release of death herself. But I do look forward to the day that I'm released from this world. I can go sit down beyond the pearly gates and have a nice long conversation with God. And He's going to say, "Sweet little Fran, you followed me dearly. Do you have any questions?" And the first one I'm going to ask him is, "Why? Simply why must you put me through this pain and torment?" So, yes, to answer your question, little Mary, I think of death often and fondly. Good luck to you, little girl. God bless. That's going to do it for the letters this evening. Now it's time to hear from my good friend Bert. Alrighty, welcome back to the show. Bert, how are you today? Oh my.
Hey, Fran.
What an interesting look you have going on.
It's my disguise.
Disguise? What
Yeah.
are you in disguise for?
Well, so after the Epstein files, or
Mm.
the Epstein episode, partially the files, were released, there was people that kept on reaching out to me. So I started disguising myself. So I got these glasses, yes, and then I got, I started growing out my facial hair.
Okay, interesting. I don't know how well this disguise is going to work, Bert. You haven't been recognized on the street at all or anything?
No, I've kept it pretty discreet.
Hmm.
There's a few people with my kind of hair, and you know
Not that I've seen the last 20 or 40 years, but interesting. And I see your facial hair comes in dark despite your elderly age. That's fascinating as well.
well, that's I've told you this so many times. It's my ultimate juice.
Hmm.
That'll never change. That'll never
Hmm.
change.
Keeps you young.
It does.
Hmm.
Keeps me ethnic.
Interesting choice of words. Okay, yes, Bert.
I haven't had my facial hair grown out since I was a POW, and now, yeah,
A POW, Bert?
yeah, I'm a prisoner of war.
Well, I know what POW means. I didn't realize you ever were one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised. After a couple years, obviously you and I, we got separated. Then they had me lead a mission, and during that time, we were in the jungle, and we were tasked to spy on the enemy camp. So we're going through the forest, and all of a sudden there was a vehicle, and as we're going, okay, I was in the tree. I said, okay, 3, 2, 1. I leaped from the tree and I landed on the back of the car. So I'm holding on to it. I'm holding on to it. And one of my guys, I said, okay, now you go in front. You stop the car. Such a warrior. I kind of set him up for failure because I knew as soon as he jumped in front of the car, he was going to get shot. It was just the way it was.
Horrible leadership.
Yeah, but at the same time, I hoped that before he gets shot multiple times, I would be able to attack the rest of them.
So your plan was to, in the time it took for them to take this one guy down, take the other 6 out?
Well, we had two more. We had two more, right? My two other soldiers, they're in the trees. So the two on the side of the armored vehicle, again, at the same time, it was very good. They were both taken out. So the two on the side were down, right? And now it was my turn. So now I'm on top of the vehicle. They're facing this way. They turn behind me as now they know I'm here, and I go, boom!
Bert, oh my God. Bert, you cannot bring a firearm into the studio. We've told you this so many times. Point that thing away from me. Point it away. Put it back. Put it away.
Has a mind of its own. I don't even.
Put it away.
So anyway,
My God.
Doesn't matter.
OSHA's going to be all over us, Bert.
No, they're fake. So anyway, I shot the first one, boom, and just got blown away. And then the second one was all confused. And then I went and I snapped his neck. My guy in the front, boom, shoots the driver. The driver's down. Now it's a 4v1 against the passenger. So surely he died. So now, unfortunately, that attracted a lot of attention. There was a lot of noise. So those jungle creatures, they just attacked us, and we were surrounded. So they took us as prisoners of war. They tried to torture me. Didn't work. I kept on laughing. They're using their little methods. They're like 5'2" little creatures. They're trying to use their methods. It didn't really work on me. It worked on one of the soldiers, though. They stuck a bamboo rod right through him.
Oh my.
They did the bamboo torture method. It so happened that the head prison guard, his daughter, Nut-Tuk.
What was that bird? I'm sorry.
Nut-Tuk.
Sounds like Nut-Tuk.
No, it was Nut-Tuk.
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 Okay, whatever you say, yes. So, little Nut-Tuk, she was a pretty little girl, huh?
She was adorable. It was so funny because she started having a little infatuation with me, so we would talk. She would come to my cell every evening and we would just talk. She even taught me a little Vietnamese, and that was good. So I started gaining her trust. I said, "Listen, Nut, I know you guys want to win, and obviously, I want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give our position away, just so this war can end, this fighting can end." What she didn't realize is that was our biggest headquarters.
Holy smokes.
So I told her, I said, "You take that, they're not going to expect us. You'll be good." She said, okay, sounds good. So sure enough, she told her father, and he started to attack the base, and they slaughtered him. They took his head clean off. They ripped him limb from limb, no arms, no legs. He was just a little stub. And so originally, she was like, Bert, you lied to me. And I said, "Non choi toi."
What does that mean, Bert?
That means don't wait for me. And she was slaughtered too.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And same with her brother. Well, actually, he was not slaughtered initially. They locked him in a cage and they started throwing fruit at him. When they were bored, he became a game. They're like, Bobo, and he turned a boom. He just got hit with the watermelon, and it was so fun. Oh,
those were the days, huh?
It was total freedom.
Yep. I miss those jungles sometimes.
We were freed, obviously. Their entire station was just demolished, and the leader was turned into a body bag. And that is how I escaped.
What a wonderful story, Bert. Oftentimes your stories, I could take them or leave them, but this time, that was truly enjoyable. I'm sure the children will love it. Yes.
Yes, I hope they like all the killing.
Yes. Alrighty, that's going to do it for us this week at Late Night with Uncle Fran. We hope you enjoyed this brief little history lesson with Bert. And Bert, what would you like to say to the people?
Non chai tai.